What's up guys, in today's video I am going to share with you about the strategy in my daily trading. Okay, I'm not going to talk about autobot trading because everything about autobot trading we are going to create another channel just for the autobot signals alone. So if you want to learn about autobot trading signal, please go into autobot channel and subscribe to there. Then I will post everything related to autobots into that channel. For this channel I am going to be mainly and focus on the strategies trading alone. Okay, so today I am going to share with you about the power of the trend and the power of the candle and also the form of the candle. I'm going to talk about how you can make a perfect entry into the market with these three factors combined. We're going to take detail and also we're going to take a look into an actual trading that I am going to show you in just a moment. So first, let's talk about the trend of the markets. So the number one factor, and it's very important, is we are talking is about the trend. Okay, we are going to apply the strategy, and this strategy is going to work only with the trend market. It's not going to work onto the range market or the market that it is hard to predict its trend. So we're not going to apply our strategy into that kind of market. So we have a lot of market, we have a lot of currency, we have a lot of, many form factors of the market, but we are going to just focus onto the trend market. If you don't see the trend, and then you don't trade. That's number one. And number two that we are going to talk about the candle. So we are going to talk about the candle, and the candle here we are talking about the strong and the weak candle. Okay, so in the market we're going to see that there are strong candle, there are weak candle, there are doji. Those kind of candle are indicating about the power of the bull and the bear in each every single candle. Okay, so we're going to select which candle that we are going to apply our strategy and which candle that we are going to place our entry. Okay, so this is number two. And number three, we are going to talk about the form of the candles. We're going to talk about what that candle are forming, if they are forming this way or if they are forming this way, and if that form of the candle are going to be a bear form or it's going to be a bull form. So this is something that we're going to discuss and we're going to learn all of it today. Okay, so first let's jump on into our number one is trend line. Trend line is very easy, very simple to look at. So if you are seeing the candle that's forming into a trend, then we can see clearly that if it is an uptrend or if it is a downtrend. Okay, so how we are going to know about the uptrend and the downtrend? If we look into the form of this candle are forming, they are forming into a wave like this, and then we are going to draw our trend lines on the bottom of the trend, and we also going to draw our top trend line as well on the top of the wave. This is I can say the wave like this is waving, and then we can see that this is an uptrend, and opposite we can just observing to the wave of the markets are moving, and we're going to draw the downtrend like this, and it's going to create a channel like this, and we can see clearly that this market are forming into an up or they are forming into a down. So when we see that it is an uptrend, and what we are going to do in our trade, we're going to give point. Okay, this is we're going to give 1 point on the up. Okay, so you got 1 point onto the up, and then you just keep that point because we're going to use three factors combined. If these three factors, and we're going to put all the points together, which are going to have the most score, that's going to win into that decision of our entry. Okay, and number two, we're going to look into the strong and the weak candle. So how are we going to look into this weak and strong candles? So let me see. Okay, so the candle, they have their strong point and weak point. So we'll look into the body of the candle, and we also can look into the wicks of the candles. They have the up one wicks, and they have the down one, the lower wicks right here. So this strong body like this, we can see that the distance, the distance of of the open and the close, we can see it's a huge, long like this. We can say that this is a strong up candle. So this is a strong one. Okay, this is a strong candle. And when you are looking at this, something, maybe it's a bullish candle, it's also the green candle, but when you look into at it, it have a very small body right here. When you see that small body, it's a weak one. It's not a strong one. We see that small body is weak, and we can see that they have a very long wick. Okay, the wick here is long. So when the wick is long like this, we can see that this is the sell pressure that pushing the candle down. So when we see that this long wick happen into the market, and they have a small bullish candle, and it's a weak one, and we can see that this is a bullish candle, but it's not a strong bullish candle, it's a weak candle. Or we can see that maybe it's a bullish like this, but they have the long here. We see that it's a strong pressure buy as well. And the candle here, it's a small body of the bull, but because they have the strong tail right here, the wick right here is strong, this we also can say it's a strong bullish as well. Okay, so we look into just these three factors. We look into the body of it and also the tail of it, and then we can notice that which candle are strong, which candles are weak. Okay, and we are going to show you into the real practice, into our real trading that I'm going to show you soon. But let's learn about this factor first, and we're going to give point. Okay, so since we have 1 point onto an up here, we see that the market forming into an uptrend. We give it 1 point, and then we see that the candle are strong right here, and the candle are strong right here, and then we are going to give another point. So this is another point onto the candle. So this conclude on the up 2 point. So we got two factor already. That is two important things that before I am trading, I always look into these factors. Okay, and number three. Okay, number three is also important, because number three is going to be conclude our decision that we should going to place, or we should going to have a short entry or long entry by concluding the form of the candle. So how we are looking into the form, we look into there's an up candle happen right here, and then there's a down candle right here. We can see a bullish candle, bearish candle, and then it just kind of mixed candle, maybe it back up here and then up here again. So we can look into just 4 or 5 candle. We can see that this is the form that it's going to create into the market. We can see that curve right here. So when you see that curve right here, from the bottom, even from the top, we can see that it's a strong signs of up form. Okay, so this is a strong size of the up form, and if we are seeing it's up here, and then we are looking most likely onto a down form right here, maybe a small weak form, and then one bullish here, but it's not that strong, and after that there are strong candle right here, and then you can see that this is a form of the bearish. Okay, so when we see that form of bearish, and this we're going to give another point here. This is the bearish form, and this is the strong, and this is the strong on the up and to the up, and then here to the down. And then what you're going to do, so you are not going to place the trade if you are concluding all of these three factors are not into the same direction, unless you conclude it into the up form right here, and then you conclude it into number 1 and number 2. It's also showing its uptrend as well. So if these three are showing in the same direction, and then we are going to place the trade. Okay, so this is just my experience that I've been using trading in binary option for a long time. So I just conclude, this technique and strategy. This is come from the experience of losing and winning, a lot in the past. And once I noticed that, I start to generate profit, generate income from this binary option almost, almost not every day, but almost every single day. If I have a very good concentration and focus, not too much emotional into a couple loss, then I am actually able to make profits almost every single day. Okay, so now let's go into our trading platform, and then I am going to show you how these three factors are working together smoothly and able to make profit into the trading. Okay, so number one, before we are going to place the trade, so we look into the trend right here. So here you can see that the trend is really good into a downtrend. Let me drawing a trend line. So we can see that this trend is actually a downtrend right here. And from there to there is down, and then there's another, up right here, like you can see. So down and then back up. We can see that this form right here is up. And then we are not going to trade into the down unless we can see that the form is forming into a bearish. For example, right now we get 1 point into a downtrend, and then another point we are going to give is to the form of the candle. So we are going to look into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles right here. We can see that there's a down, up, and then down. So this is not a good indicating of a downtrend. Okay, when we see that the form like 4 or 5 candle combined together, we can see that this form is pretty really pushing into a strong bullish, and it's going to create more and more bullish because the rejection that happened to create this bullish trend, we call a new start of the new trend, is from here. So by looking into the form of the candle, we can make a precise decision before we are going to place an entry of the candle. We are going to trade on 1 minute trade. Okay, like we can see, this is a pretty strong into up, so we don't have enough point to go into a down. And then for this kind of market, we're going to skip and find a different market. Okay. Let's go into a different market. Right here we have down and down. This one is pretty good. We get into strong down, a little curve up, and then fall back again. So we have 2 points right now. We have 1 point into a downtrend, and another point is to the form. We can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candle. We can see that these 5 candles are strong into a downtrend, and then we are waiting for 1 more point is a strong candle. So once you got strong bearish candle, and then you can place a downtrend. Okay, we can see right now it's still bullish and a long wick right here. Now it's bearish. This bearish is good, and then we can place down. Pretty good, pretty good. We got the trend, we got the form, and then we got the candle. So all of these 3 factors combined, and then we are going to enter the trade. Okay, and one small clue right here before you are placing the trade. So be aware about the support and resistance in the market, because support have the power to push the candle up and resistance have the power to push the candle down. That just only their weakness in this strategy. You just aware about where is the support area and the resistance area, and then the rest are going to be good to go. Okay, we win on our first trade. Okay, let's looking for more trade. Right here we can see that this still strong into bearish, but it's already too many downward, and then let's find another one. Okay, this one also pretty good. We see resistance, but we don't see any form of strong resistance. Like here, yeah, see strong resistance, but this resistance is not strong enough to hold. We have down and then range and then going back up, and then this one break back up. So this kind of candle, it's still have potential to grow even higher than this price right now. So let's try out one more. Okay, up right here, because we can see that number one, we got a trend. It's pretty good trend. Number two, we got the form 1 2 3 4 form right here. 4 5 candle, we see only 1 or 2 red, and most likely it's going to like push up even more. And then we got the point number 3 is that the candle is strong. The candle is strong, and then it's most likely it's going to happen more into a bullish. So that's what we're doing. This is number 2 we are trading. This is our second trade. We can see that more likely to win onto this one as well. Okay, let's wait. We see that push back onto the sell, almost sell. Okay, but it's too late. We are winning right here. So when you see this candle right here, so it's indicate the strong bearish coming, and then the bullish is not that strong anymore. Okay, we got 2 trade. We are perfectly good right here. So let's try for one more. So this also very strong into bullish, and we have this downtrend up and then strong into a downtrend right here. We see this pretty strong into a bearish as well. Let me go into another one. This one a little too range. So this is one of the example when you are seeing this kind of range market. So do not engage onto the range market. And to be noticed, you just look into what are their support and resistance. We look into their resistance, and we also look into their support, because this range market is going to bounce around this area. And if you are trying to trading follow the trend, you just watch out this resistance and support area, because you may losing the trade when the price are reaching its support and resistance area. Okay, so that's the only thing that you just avoid when you are seeing range market. I think we got 2 trade. Let's I want to try out more. We see this a little up back, so it's not really telling what is going to happen onto this kind of markets right here. We look into 1 2 3 4 5 candles, so it's not a form of a bearish anymore. It's going to form bullish right now. Like you can see, we have 3 candle onto bullish, 1 bearish right here. But look into this overall 5 candles right here. We can see that the bullish start to take over back try to push the price going up. So we don't give the point into the form. So we give point to the trend, downtrend, but the form is no, it's a bullish. And then the candle most likely also strong. Then this kind of market, we are not trading. When we give the point into these three important factors, each have their point, and if it doesn't conclude into one direction, then we are not going to trade into that direction. So that's the key into these strategies. Okay, so let me try one more to conclude our strategies today. We can see the forms right now, bearish. If we are starting from this one, still have a hope to be back into bullish, but we needed to wait for a strong bullish candle. If you don't find a strong bullish candle, and then there will be no hope for a downtrend unless you can see that a strong engulfing bullish candle, and then boom, you can follow the bullish candle. Okay, no, yeah, no. 1 2 3 4 5 candle. Right now it's forming into a strong bearish candle, so we're not gonna trade onto this one. Okay, find more. No, nope. Okay, this is pretty good, pretty good. It's already break its support, and it's going to be more likely into bearish onto this one. It's a bullish form right now. It's a bearish form right now, not bullish. This one straight down, up. So I think it's trying to get into an uptrend right now, and it's also forming into a very strong bullish, bullish form. So this also can be bullish for one more. We can see that this is weak already. The candle start to become pretty weak, and then we're not going to trade. Okay, strong. Okay. After this one, and then I will conclude that why I placed an uptrend right here. I think you already know that, based on what I'm saying about these three important factors, and then why I placed the trade onto this one. I think you can probably guess already. No need for me to explain this again. Like you can see, you see the trend and up. Okay, this is rejecting. Okay, so we got rejecting. If there is any support or resistance, maybe we got the resistance line right here around this price area, and then it's rejecting, and then it's become that it's so clear that we are losing onto this one. But that's okay. Like I say, if we are losing into the first one, then you can double onto the next one, because I'm pretty sure that with these strategies we are going to win back in just the second or the third. That's it. Let me find out. Okay. Yeah, if this one is bullish. Okay, got rejection. But still we have a probably winning onto this one. Why? Because even though this one is bearish, but it's pretty strong into bullish one because of the wick right here. This is very weak into bearish form. The form is already bullish, and the candle here is not a bullish candle. It's it's a doji, but also represent that this one is a strong bullish one that we are probably going to win into this one as well. I think you can guess as well. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 candle right here. We can see that this is a form of a bullish form, and this candle is a strong bullish indication that why I am placing the bullish right here. Okay, that's why we are probably going to win into this one. Boom. So 3 trade, we lost 1, and we win back another 1. Let me going to trade one more trade, just to be sure that we are can conclude that we can use these strategies for sure. So let's look into this one. Okay, we got the form of the bearish. We got the trend. How about the trend? The trend here, it's a little too risky right here. I think let's move. Okay, this one pretty good. But I think we are a little too late right here because this already like too far. I don't know but if there is no specific rejection on somewhere from here, then we are probably winning as well. But okay, we see strong bearish. Okay, no. This one, no. Let me, if we can find, okay, you can see that always trade into the direction of the candle. Do not trying to trade into an opposite direction of the candle, because trading on the opposite direction of the candle, you are going to lose more than winning. Okay, let me going to back to this one. Okay, we get form of the bearish back right now. Look into this 1 2 3 4 5. We got a very strong form of bearish, and we get this candle if the body of this candle is strong, and then if you know, big body, and we also getting confirmed that this going to be a very strong, okay, bearish. Let's wait for this one, and then we can conclude our strategies for today. So we have 4 trades, and then let's find out how many trades that we are going to win. Okay. So let me draw again the trend line. Oh, not this one. Oh, trend line. Right here, we can see that the trend is fall. It's fall down, ups, and then it's fall back down again. And then we have the form of the bearish right here. And then we have the strong bearish candles. Okay, oh wow. We got another rejection too. Wow. Almost losing, but we still managed to win actually. So we have 1 2 3 4 trade. We lose only 1 trade, and out of this 4 we are winning 3 trade. So as you can see, guys, clearly when you are trading following the 3 factor that I just showing you, there are probably more chance to be able to make profit out of this binary option trading markets, guys. So that's it, guys. That is the conclusion of the strategy. So if you have any question about these strategies and technique, please leave the comment down below. I try my best to respond back and to explain how you can actually using these strategies correctly into your trading. Okay, so because today is the strategy trading, I'm not talking about the Autobot trading signals, and because Autobot trading signal right now, it has its own channel. So if you want to follow about the Autobot trading signal, please going to Autobot trading signal channel. So I leave the link down below, then you can click to subscribe and join to the group of the people who are using this Autobot trading signal. So okay, let me showing you a very quick before we say goodbye. Okay, let me showing you my history of trading, because a lot of people are asking, so why don't you show me about the history of your trading in the past? So let me showing you about the history right here. This is this month, okay, because in Quotex we only able to show you the history is monthly onto this. Actually this one mostly I am trading with the Autobot trading signal, so you can follow on the Facebook page that I post about the Autobot trading signal results every single day. So go there and check the history post that I post about my daily Autobot trading signal. Okay, so like you can see, this month alone I make profits around $1,554, solely on the Autobot trading software. Okay, and you can see that the weekly use of this Autobot, you can get over $100 per day by using Autobot trading software. And we're not including Saturday and Sunday, because Saturday and Sunday is a weekend, and the Autobot trading signal is not working on the weekend. So it's working only from Monday to Friday. As you can see clearly on the state right here, on the weekly basis, you are going to make profits around 100 at least or more, you know, based on the capital that you have. So the capital that I am starting with the Autobot is $2,000 in my account. $2,000 in my account, and you make $100. It's around 10% or 5% already, you know, from your capital. I think this is a lot, you know, 5% to 10%, you know, profit, you know, compared to your capital. I think this is quite a big deal, but I don't recommend that you're going to target like 5% to 10% every single day. I'm going to suggest that to start with small, to make just only 1% or 2% per day from your capital, and then just from there you are just gradually growing your capital day by day and week by week. Okay, so that's about the, you know, the history of my trading statistic. So you can go to the Facebook to look into the posts that I post more often about the Autobot trading result. So that's it about my trading statistic, about my history of the previous month, like you can see. And if you have any further question about the Autobot, please go into the Autobot trading channel YouTube. Okay, going to the Autobot trading YouTube channel and comments and follow from there, and then we're going to discuss more about the Autobot trading software into that channel. And for this channel, we are going to like mainly talking about the strategy of trading and the technique of trading, thing that I think is important for trader, and I will be sharing here in this channel. Okay, for now, bye bye, take care.